Welcome back. We're back. It's Wednesday.
Happy hump day.
The white Jesus. First of all, apparently I have been calling you by your name.
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah,
That's
and
not uncommon for us to do, being as we're friends.
right, but unfortunately, there's some complaints that they kind of like the name White Jesus.
Well, you seem to like it. You tell people that's who I am. I've never called myself that.
It's catchy because they're like, why are you calling him his name? I thought it was White Jesus.
Eh,
So I will do my best from
Double
here.
J,
Yeah, yeah, big J. I will do my best from here on out to call you White Jesus.
and you can call me whatever you need to call me as long as I know you talk.
And it's a great day.
Wednesday,
You know why it's a great day?
March 5th? No, 4th? March, what day is it today?
Fourth,
March
yeah.
4th, yeah.
Is it the fourth?
It is.
Shit, no,
No,
it's
it's
the fourth.
it's the 4th,
Did you
but
get paid today?
no, that's why I know it's not the
You
5th.
may not get paid tomorrow either. Oh,
Well, we'll see.
yeah, see what happens. All right, so today is a great day because Nate Weed, we got our delivery.
Gotta
Nate
love
Weed,
it.
our sponsor. Thanks, Nate Weed. Appreciate it. We got some good stuff today. We got a mixture of everything for our jointing weeds. We got Cinnabon runts, which was a great strain. Yeah, that about what, 8 months ago.
Well, I think it's funny that you think I remember.
I remember they're important to me. Blue Magoo. Now, when I first got my medical marijuana card, I started growing Blue Magoo. Actually, it was a shitty plant to grow.
That's one that I can remember from, like, even before weed was legal.
Yeah, yeah, it's from way back, and it
Yeah.
didn't grow worth a shit either. I'm surprised he grew it, but it looks pretty healthy.
There was, like, one guy that I used to buy from, like, 2 or 3 different guys, right? But there was one guy that seemed to always have blue magoo,
Yeah,
or at least that's what he said it was. I mean,
sure.
how the fuck would I know?
They
That was the
got
great
weed,
thing
right?
about weed back in the day is you had no clue.
And then we got some more Blizzard cake, which I'm fine with because that
That
was
one's
that was
familiar
some good shit.
from Nate, right?
Yeah, we just had that
We've
last
seen that
time,
one
I
before,
think.
yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
familiar.
And like I said, with the Blue Magoo, it's Nate, so I trust the weed guy. So that's what you do, right? So it's a great day because we got our
It's good
delivery, we got new
it's
joint
good weed to
weed, we
me.
got our new whole weed. So I figured we'd have a fun episode. Now we left off on
I
our
was gonna call the people, but then I got high.
but then I got high.
I was gonna do this podcast too,
But
but then
then I
I
got
got high.
high. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba.
Now I'm sitting here trying to get by. Oh, high, 'cause I got high, 'cause
Because I
I
got
got high,
high,
because
because
I
I
got
got
high.
high. All right, so here we go. So it bugged me all night long that we talked about the Great Palouse, and I wasn't informed. I felt very high pressure from you, and I gave out false information.
You're gonna pin that on me? What did I pressure you to do? I don't know shit about the Palouse.
So for my listeners, I did some research, and I found out first of all,
Let me just defend myself publicly. You have known me for over 4 years, and there's probably not a single conversation we've had where I didn't ask an inordinate amount of questions about things that I didn't know about or understand because that's what I do. And yet, this one time where I asked questions about the Palouse because I'd never heard of it before, that's my fault now that you didn't know what you were talking about?
yeah,
Okay, as long as we're all clear.
straightforward. I'm good
Alright.
with that if you are.
Alright.
All right. So I did some research. It is not a county in Washington. That didn't sound right to me. I
Okay.
remember thinking, no, it was in Idaho too. No, a geographic area. Yeah, the Great Palouse. It was caused by the gigantic icebergs and flooding from Montana,
Okay.
and it washed all the Montana richness, goodness soil down through Idaho, Washington, Oregon.
Because it just moves Earth as it goes and melts, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's why
Now
like,
it's moving downhill, I assume. That's the only reason it moves is
well,
because it's going downhill.
yeah, water doesn't go uphill.
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I'm
So,
just clear. Like I said, I ask an
yeah.
inordinate amount of questions
All
to
right,
make
all right.
sure I understand.
Some of these are kind of
Yeah.
first level stuff, but
Hey,
all right.
hey,
Hey,
you ask your questions, I'll ask mine.
I'll answer it. No problem. Okay. So, and that's why the soil even down here is so good. It all comes from Montana.
Oh, okay, because
It's,
it's runoff.
yeah, it's buffalo shit, man. It
S-
must be the special.
So this geographic area, is that what you said
That's
it was?
correct. The geographical area.
It's obviously over multiple states.
That's correct. It goes from Idaho, Washington, Oregon, kind of that little triangle corner up there where they all meet,
Yeah, okay.
and it comes down to us.
Yeah, but it's not like
It ends down near
It's not
Eugene.
like within it doesn't have boundaries like a forest, does it?
I didn't ask that, and I'm not gonna falsify answer that one.
Well,
So not falsely,
but,
not
I like to speculate.
sure. Speculating? No, I think it's a little area up in northern Idaho.
Right.
Yeah,
Not but it's not a national forest or a park or whatever. It's just
it's
they gave this area a name because of what happened due to the glacial movement.
well, you kinda talk as though a geographical area is a little thing.
Well,
It's just like, it's just a
ge
geographical area,
ge
nothing big there.
geographical, I don't think is a word, but geographic is geographic
I'm
area.
pretty sure Alexa said geographical.
Because Alexa said it doesn't make it a word.
This is true too. Okay, so I went a little deeper because you know me, I'm never satisfied with
Well, what makes a geographic area or the Palouse specifically so special? Because I don't see a reason to celebrate it more than a park or a forest yet.
it has the world's deepest topsoil.
Well,
Yeah, and you remember what I was saying, I thought it was the
it's
thing.
good for farming or what? Is that
Oh,
what
it's this
okay.
is the best farming soil there is.
But there's
Creme de la creme.
probably part of the Palouse that's been built into housing and industrial areas, right?
Unfortunately, yeah, that's where Moscow is
So
and,
that's not being used
Pullman,
for farm.
Washington,
So those were
Wazoo.
some houses and buildings best on some of the richest built on some of the richest topsoil that exists.
You don't have a problem growing a garden there.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, no,
exactly.
no, no, yeah, no fertilizer
Yeah,
needed.
yeah.
Montana.
So since you didn't know all these details prior to doing this dive into the Palouse, you did talk about it though, as though like when you were younger and you lived in Moscow. I mean, you knew that the Palouse was a thing. You guys all talked about the Palouse, but nobody knew exactly what it was.
I was in Moscow for 3, 4 years. I don't remember most of it, but I do remember some of it, and
But
that's what I
obviously,
was
but what I'm saying though is like the people that lived there, they also would refer to the
Yes.
Palouse.
Yeah,
Like it was a
very
common
common.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody knows it.
But there may or may
And
not
it
be everybody who knows that it's just a
it
geographic area.
seemed weird when I said the police yesterday and you didn't know.
Well, being as my childhood was spent in Indiana
Breezy,
and
I'll get that
Kentucky,
cop, smack him on the ass.
There's no Palouse in Indiana or Kentucky where I grew up.
Breezy, last time you dug your electric blanket like that, you lit my couch on fire. Turns out if you ground 2 of those wires together.
You can a dog's claw can short those
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
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 yeah, and it
yeah.
could cause a fire.
Oh, it
Yeah.
did. Nice little burn hole right through the middle of it.
Another public service announcement. We're just saving people's lives.
Yeah, Angie's sitting there, she's like, "God damn, this is getting pretty hot."
It sure smells in
And I'm
here.
like, "Honey, it's only
Something's
on
fucking
it's
burning.
on 2." He likes it too, right? Because yeah, my dog actually has a temperature. He likes
Oh,
his
don't upset the dogs.
so anyway, so yeah, so it has the world's largest topsoil, and I was saying I thought it was
Well, that'd be
responsible for
deepest, right? I think
deepest,
you said
yes,
that earlier.
deepest, yeah. But I was saying I thought it was responsible for like 90% of the pea production, and I was completely off there.
Okay.
But it is responsible for 98% of the production of lentils.
Huh.
Well, not quite peas. It's
So
like the
other than
ugly red-headed stepchild of the pea, the lentil.
my lovely bride, I don't know anybody who eats.
Oh, lentils are a very common thing. They were,
Do
I
you eat
think,
lentils?
I do in chili.
So is it lentils if you've turned it into chili?
Well, lentil's a legume. It's a bean.
It's yeah, I know it's the ingredient, but like when my bride eats lentils, she's eating like lentil soup with like lentils,
Beans.
broth, and carrots.
Yeah,
And it looks gross and it smells gross.
it's
And I think I
delicious.
even tasted it once and it tasted gross.
It's delicious.
It's got nothing on a salami and cheese sandwich.
Well, we'll have to disagree there.
Or if
It
we're gonna just go with like soupy type items, it's got nothing on beef stew. Love me a good beef stew with some chunks of beef and potato and carrots and gravy.
I'll
Yeah.
take that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Uh, it's also responsible for a quarter of the hops grown for Budweiser. There you go.
Shout out,
See,
bud.
there you go. That's the Palouse right there,
Shout
baby.
out Budweiser.
You are
I'm
drinking
drinking a
the
little
Palouse.
Palouse right now.
I
This may be
also,
one of the quarter of the production that was produced with Palouse.
I'll bet it was.
Hey, so how much of the pea production is the Palouse responsible for? Do they grow some peas there?
Echo? Do they grow any peas in the Palouse?
Yes, they do grow peas in the Palouse region. In
Wow.
fact, it's a major producer of dried peas, along with lentils.
Lentils,
Chickpeas.
apparently.
Oh, and chickpeas.
I call those garbanzo beans
Garbanzo beans, also known as hummus.
when you grind it down and make hummus out of it.
Do you eat it any other way?
I don't eat either. I don't eat
I'm just
garbanzo
saying,
beans. I
I
don't
don't
eat
think is there
chickpeas. I
any.
don't eat hummus. I don't eat.
I am a bit of a chef, and I can't think of any of my recipes that call for garbanzo.
So my mom, you can buy, and I don't know that I've ever actually seen this in the grocery store like today, but apparently you used to be able to buy garbanzo beans in a can, canned or chickpeas or whatever you guys call them. But garbanzo beans, what my mom called them, and I think that's what the can would say. It would be canned garbanzo beans, and she just like she just open that can, throw it in a freaking bowl or a pan, like heat it up on the stove and put it on the plate and be like, "There's your vegetable for the dinner."
That's no wonder you hate food.
Oh, dude, my mom's awful. She fucking ruined me for food. Yeah, no, she did some crazy ass shit when I was growing up. I can't. Oh yeah, but that's how I grew up with. So I was like, and I grew up probably like most of people my age in their 50s. That you had to eat what was on your plate. You didn't. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's like kids today don't understand what that was like. Like you couldn't. There was no more food until the food that you had been served was finished.
Oh, yeah, you can
So
take what you
you
want
would
to the fun
die if
house,
you
but if
didn't
you
finish
didn't
your
eat it
yeah.
all, you're in big trouble.
Yeah. So I that's how I grew up eating garbanzo beans, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm never eating this shit again once I leave this house."
Yeah, the garbanzo bean's an interesting one, but it does make good hummus when it's seasoned right.
And I bet living in Kentucky, I wasn't getting the Palouse garbanzo beans, which
Oh,
probably
no, you were
would have been better.
eating
Being
second
it was deep as
you were
topsoil
eating
and
second-class shit there.
shit, alright.
Also a note, it's huge in wheat production.
Wheat?
Wheat.
But
Mhm.
that isn't that some I mean, they grow that kinda all over the US, right?
Yeah, but it's pretty big. It's
Yeah.
way up there. And apparently, I should have known this, I guess, I didn't put 2 and 2 together, all of my fresh milled flour that I've been doing,
Right.
all from the Palouse.
No shit. All those wheat berries
That's
came
correct.
from, wheat grown in the
So all
Palouse?
that deliciousness you ate, Palouse. So you can thank the Palouse for the beer in that can.
Just assuming it's the part of the quarter production that Budweiser used.
I would say it would be best to say, "Prove it's not."
Yeah, it is until proven otherwise. Yeah, I like that theory.
Right? Innocent until proven
But, you know,
guilty.
being as we're on the West Coast, Idaho's close by, there's a really good chance.
Hey, my stepdad's beer choice, Budweiser, man. Uh,
I like it.
yeah, he got so bad at drinking that my mom couldn't afford to buy Budweiser in cans anymore.
No shit. I mean, Budweiser's not expensive.
He had problems from mom, and
He was drinking a lot.
it was before they knew what PTSD was, and
Well,
it was before they knew
they
what it was,
they
right?
knew what it was, they
Right.
just didn't know what it was
Yeah,
called and
yeah,
why it
yeah,
became anything.
exactly, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what it was like when you sit down at dinner with him, if it got quiet, his head would just start shaking. I mean, just like,
'Cause that
yeah,
was the calm before the storm,
yeah,
man.
well,
Yeah.
I guess he didn't tell me much about over there, he wouldn't talk about it, it was
No,
very, very quiet.
I can understand that.
Uh, but he did tell me that he watched well, he didn't watch, he didn't said he it was the strangest thing, he didn't hear a shell go off, anything, but he looked over and there was a mortar that had went into the ground. Sorry. There was a mortar that had went into the ground about 5 feet in front of him that didn't go off. Just ka-thunk. Yeah. And so he turned over to look to his captain to tell him to run, and, like, from the shoulders up, his captain wasn't there anymore.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah, so, like, some fucked up shit.
So the mortar did or didn't go off?
Well, the one in front of him didn't,
Didn't, but
and
there
he
was
was
one that apparently
yeah,
had.
but he says he didn't hear it or anything, I don't know. I guess shit weird chat. Anyway,
Not like we're gonna pretend to understand that kinda
we don't need to go all Stanley Kubrick on this episode, but the reason why he drank himself to death was because of mom. That was his
'cause he
way.
was yeah, he was dealing with some real shit in his head, yeah.
Yeah, that's how,
Yeah.
it was his
Hey,
anyways,
I'm sure he's one of thousands.
but and then my mom was an enabler.
That doesn't
So,
help.
no, it doesn't. In fact, that's where I was going was
Yeah.
he drank so much Budweiser out of the can that she couldn't afford it, so
So she's like, "Let's get it in bulk."
yeah, she bought him a kegerator.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, ultimately, no, maybe not nice, but
Well, my buddies and I stayed around and we drank that fucker dry on his, at his funeral. Finished it off.
nice.
Yeah, yeah, I thought that was a nice funeral. He would have respected that. He'd have been pissed to drink all of his beer,
Yeah.
but,
But he wasn't around to drink it anymore
sure.
because
Yeah.
it didn't matter.
So, now what the fuck were we talking about?
The Palouse. You haven't
Oh, the
stopped talking
Palouse.
about the fucking Palouse.
Well, I got it wrong. We're almost done, and then I'll tell you about my experience in the Palouse
Oh,
because I have a couple really, really good experiences from there.
okay.
Enjoyable stories,
Heck
really.
yeah.
One of these stories
Let our audience be the judge of that.
trust me. One of these stories, it took me 6 months to put the fucker back together because none of us remembered it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and it took neighbors talking to us and people coming by saying, "Hey, whatever happened?" It was like a real life version of The Hangover, the movie.
Well, you know that. I mean, I've never seen it, but I know what the movie is, and I'm sure that script came from somebody's real life experience. They just embellished the shit out of it for a movie, you know.
Yeah, yeah, we didn't, like, fuck a
You didn't
tiger.
you didn't have Mike Tyson's tiger in
Yeah, I
your
didn't get
version?
knocked
Yeah.
out by, like, somebody
Exactly.
may have got
You
knocked
just
out at
got
some point.
knocked out by Mike Tyson.
So fucking great, and to choose Phil Collins too, I mean, it just perfect. That was
I can feel it calling in the air. That is a
yeah, yeah,
pretty
yeah.
I have seen that
That
scene, and that is a funny scene.
so good.
I just love how Mike Tyson, "I love this part, guys."
Right? So, yeah, well, on that note, let's go to the shorter of the 2 stories first, and that was when we lived up there, like I said, I didn't go to college.
Okay, right, yeah,
Well,
you just lived in the
I
college
gotta
town.
refrain that because I did go to college. I
You said you
wasn't
attended some
registered at college.
classes.
But,
Yeah.
like, if your buddy needed to ditch class or something
You would
and
get counted for him.
yeah, yeah, I go say hi. But one
A
time I got
stand-up guy.
well, and sometimes it was fun, though. I gotta go, to ag class for one of my buddies one time.
Is that agricultural?
Yeah, mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, and they happened to be the day they were out in the field, and then we gotta open the glass hole in the side of the cow. You ever seen that?
I I don't even I mean, you say glass hole, I didn't know cows had glass.
They do after they put them there.
They put glass in the cow?
Yeah, so a cow has 4 stomachs.
Okay, I've heard of this multiple stomach thing with the cows that I mean, I wouldn't say I know about it, but I've heard of it.
Sure. So they take the cow and they cut a hole the size of a 5-gallon well, not a 5-gallon bucket, half of a 5-gallon bucket in the side of it.
Is this a dead cow?
No lie.
The cow lives through having a hole cut in its side?
That's correct. Yeah, so they do it so it's like a refrigerator.
Sure, just like a
Yeah,
refrigerator.
yeah, you open it up and you get to stick your hand down in there and you pull out I think it's called a cud or curd.
Cud. The cud,
Cud. I think it's the
that's
cud.
the digesting grass or whatever they're eating,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and you gotta pull a little bit out of each stomach.
And the cow just lives while this is happening.
Sure.
Doesn't bother I mean, bothers the cow.
It doesn't seem to bother it at all. It seemed peaceful. It let
I'm
me
gonna say this is yet more proof that animals and humans are very, very different.
here we go.
You try
Googling
cutting a hole in the side of your buddy to take his, digesting food out of his stomach and see how that goes.
there you go.
Damn,
Yeah, I told you.
that's gross.
Yeah, no, you get
This is just to learn about cow digestion?
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's a class I'd walk out of.
No, it was great. I was happy to do it for him. That was fun. It does stink, but I mean, no, it was good, man.
What
It
does
was
shit smell like before it's shit?
so yeah, so I was like I said, I was not in college, however, I did attend some classes. It was a lot of fun.
Right, but you didn't get credit for the classes because
No,
you weren't enrolled. Yeah, yeah, I
mostly
get
I
it.
just drank a lot of beer and alcohol and did a lot of
Hey,
drugs.
I didn't do college. I get it.
Yeah, yeah. Anyways, and speaking of that,
And look at us now, unfiltered mechanics.
so, uh, so we're up in Moscow. Actually, at this time, we were up in Pullman, Washington, which is Pullman,
That's where
Washington.
Washington State's at.
Correct.
Yeah.
WSU is located there, and Moscow, Idaho, is where University of Idaho is located, and they are 8 miles apart.
What's the University of Idaho mascot?
It's the Eagle.
The so they have a football team, basketball team called the Eagles?
Kind of have a football team.
Fair
I mean,
enough.
technically, yes, they have a football
Idaho's
team.
football team is Boise State, I understand.
Well, I'm just saying, but technically, it's a football.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Boise State is a much bigger program than the University of Idaho.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and for good
definitely.
reason.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
yeah,
They got a blue fucking field.
but hey, we had the Kiddie Dome, and that was really fucking cool.
Alright. Well, I own everything I know about America, I know through sports. So if there's a way to connect it to sports, it'll help me remember it.
Well, there you go. The Kiddie Dome.
Yeah.
Remember that one.
Connect me to another joint.
There you go. I was on it already.
Perfect.
Okay, so the reason I say that this is important, they're 8 miles apart because
They're okay, the Pullman and Moscow.
yeah, and
And the only thing that really separates them is a state line that isn't even visible.
correct.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So the thing about that is, and why that's important to know, is that is all there is. The closest city to them of any size at all is Spokane, Washington.
Which is how many hours?
That's about 45 minutes away.
45 minutes driving.
Yeah, at a good clip.
Okay.
Yeah,
On the interstate, I
yeah,
assume. Yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, you got two gigantic college universities, 8 miles apart, that love to party. Well, the problem
That's
was,
great.
yeah,
I mean, that's great if you're of that age.
sure,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was great. I liked
Yeah.
it. However, the people of Pullman didn't like it. So they decided to,
You mean the people of Pullman that weren't in the college?
correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
So what kind of a town is Pullman that's not the college part?
that's all. Pullman is just like Moscow. It has a population of about 35,000 when college is in, and about 3,000 when it's out.
And so those 3,000 people, what's the
The
demographic?
residents,
What's that demographic?
hardcore Republic.
I love that you immediately go to a political demographic.
Well, that's why it is
I meant
though.
age.
Oh, age, yeah, yeah. Oh, they are.
Are
I
they
don't know.
retired? Are they working class? Are
Yeah,
they
you'd have to be retired, I think.
okay?
So you
So
and
they're a bunch of older folks that get upset that the college kids are partying. Go figure.
yeah, the reason why Idaho is so beautiful and nobody lives up north is because you got to be rich to live there. You either work at the university, or you don't have a decent job.
What does land cost a lot? Like if you
No,
wanted to,
no, it's cheap.
so you don't have to be rich to buy a piece of land
No,
there.
no, there's
Oh,
just no money jobs there
it's
unless
just
you're working at the
you have to
university.
be. You're saying that like you have to be independently wealthy because you're not going to find a job where you can make a good wage.
Right.
I got
The lumber industry used to be massive up there.
that makes sense. I
I
mean,
met a
Washington was that way. Yeah.
whole lot of people. I'll bet you over 50% of the loggers I met were missing at least one finger or part of a finger.
Dude, I was in line behind a dude that had to be like 115 years old at the grocery outlet the other day. Walking around, had his jeans on, his fucking what are those weird looking shoes, the clogs or whatever
Oh,
you call
yeah,
'em.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, or
Crocs.
Crocs,
Crocs.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He had his Crocs on, he had his jeans on, sagging down to his fucking halfway down his ass crack, right? He's got like a flannel shirt on. He's paying in cash. He pulls his hand out of his pocket with cash. He's like missing his first finger. He's missing half his second finger. The dude looked like he probably had killed about 7 people himself at some point, whether in the war or maybe in a logging community where he
Sure.
probably got into fights and shit. The dude looked like somebody you did not fuck with.
I thought you were going to yell timber.
No, no, this guy was
It's
like
on you.
this guy was like 115 years old, and I bet he still coulda kicked my ass.
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Bang, bang gyms like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
that dude, yeah, it was great. I love those old guys.
Oh, I love that stuff, man. That's great. He's like 80, still hiking mountains. I love that guy.
But yeah, these loggers, they're like that guy.
They're hardcore. Yeah.
No fingers, don't matter.
Side note, real quick. I was working at a place called Brunel Tire up there.
Okay, tire shop,
Yeah, yeah. And it had this,
slinging tires
that's where I met all the loggers. Yeah.
because they needed tires for the
Oh, yeah,
trucks.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I
So
was,
did you service a lot of logging truck tires?
well, that's what kept that whole
That's pretty
town in
much what
business
it was,
down.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, boy. I was up there when the logging industry was canned, and, dude, it was devastating. That was sad. But going back to happy news, well, I thought I had met the girl of my dreams when she walked through the door and came up to the counter to talk to
Well,
me.
well, that's not really news. This is an old story.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So the girl of your dreams, you're working at the tire shop?
Yeah, yeah. She comes up and she's flirting with me, and she's definitely a hippie chick, right? But I
Is
don't
she like
care. In
is
college,
she
I
like
love hippies.
your age?
Oh, yeah. She's
Yeah,
a
okay.
college kid. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, okay.
She's hot as shit. Yeah, I'm just like,
I mean,
damn.
I mean, she's crazy.
Yeah, and she's talking to me too. So, right. Like,
Hey,
yeah,
getting hate
all
on
right,
that. What's up? How you doing?
Yeah, I run this bitch. I didn't.
Hey,
Sure, I'll take
whatever.
good care of you. And then, so Brunel, they had these big, like 10-foot tall glass windows all the way across the front of it.
To
Right.
show off the tire.
Yeah, yeah. And we often had our sunglasses on because the sun would come through those and shine into your eyeballs.
So you're wearing your sunglasses inside.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But for a reason.
But for good reason.
Yeah, yeah. However, I wear prescription glasses, and that's a little harder for me to do. So I had
sure.
my regular glasses on while I was talking to her because,
Not sunglasses.
well, you don't want to hook up with the girl of your dreams when you're not wearing your glasses.
Make sure it's really a girl of your dreams.
Instant 12 beers.
Yeah,
Boom.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But you were wearing your
But I
glasses.
was wearing my
So
glasses.
you did know she was hot.
And unfortunately, she was really, really hot until she lifted her arms up. And I could, you ever seen the sun when it shines through like one of those crystals on the window, the prisms, and it like reflects rainbows everywhere?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it did that off the sweat in her armpit hair. Yeah, dude, it was so gnarly. It was putting dude, I was working with this guy named Gary, and he's like kicking me because it was putting little rainbows on my desk.
It was dripping?
No, it wasn't dripping. It was the shot through the rainbow.
You saying
Yeah,
the
yeah, you could
actual
see it on my desk.
the
man. Yeah,
refraction of the
little-
light.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's kicking me, going, dude, and I'm going, oh shit, what have I done? What have I done? Right? Still. Anyways, all right. So moving forward,
like the secret treasure.
I'm telling you, dude, up until that point, she was fantastic,
She
but
opened the lid of the treasure box and ding,
dude,
there's rainbows everywhere.
that hair had to be like 6, 8 inches long, man. We're
So
talking,
you're
it was
saying she was
long.
a hippie chick because she didn't shave?
Oh, dude, yeah. Well, she was a hippie chick, dressed it smelled like petroleum.
What
I remember
is that?
that
What
because I
is that?
hate
What that's
that.
called? Petroleum?
Isn't it petroleum? Isn't that what it is?
I don't think there's an R. I thought it was just patchouli.
Was it patchouli? It could
Yeah,
be patchouli.
I think it's
Sure.
patchouli.
Whatever it is, it stinks like fucking
It's a
shit.
well, it's a very distinct smell.
Shit.
It definitely does not smell like shit, but it does smell bad.
I might actually smell shit over that,
It's a but
really.
but
It
g
is
but see, that's what I'm saying.
Ooh.
It's a distinct smell of its own. I also do not like the smell, but there are people that prefer it.
Yeah, hippies.
I guess so.
Yeah, because it's like one of the only things that
It's
has a stronger
it's
smell
like,
than weed.
"Dad, I wanna be a hippie." "Well, do you like the smell of patchouli, son?" "I don't think so." "Sorry, you're out.
You're out.
You
You know,
can't do it.
you can't do it. You don't like patchouli.
You're gone.
Sorry, wrong profession for you.
You gotta be something else now."
Sure, now that weed's legal here, though, you notice nobody smells like that. I'm gonna cover up that
You
weed
don't
smell.
gotta cover up the weed
Right,
smell,
because
yeah.
yeah, it's the only
I don't smell patchouli anywhere.
correct,
That's
because you
true.
don't have to cover up anymore. You don't have the incense burning when you walk in the
Are
house
there
anymore.
are there still women walking around without shaving their armpits?
Fortunately, yeah.
Well, that is
That's a
unfortunate.
totally Portland thing.
Oh, is that just our neck of the woods?
Well, I'm sure it's everywhere. France is big too, I think. The all natural.
I can give 2 shits about other countries.
Well, it's kinda nice though. They grow it out big enough down there. If you go down and visit the southern lands,
Hey,
you can use some of it for like,
go
you can almost
out
like
thinking
floss your teeth while you're
you
down there
don't
with
know this from personal experience.
no.
You're just
I've heard
going
that.
off of stuff
Right.
you've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Internet's full of stories, man.
Sure.
They all have to be true.
I've seen the movies.
I've seen the movie.
Hell yes. Speaking of that, so getting back to where we were at, so we're not here till 12 o'clock. So
It's not like
so
we have a
uh,
script we have to follow.
well, I gotta get to these 2 stories because 'cause they're both great, and they both deal with the Palouse, and then we can be done.
Well, yeah, or you go for it.
Okay. Sorry. I didn't
I
know
got
the Palouse upset you so much.
I don't think it's blue. I don't know. I don't really have any feelings. I'm not entirely sure why this has occupied 2 podcasts, but hey, it has. It what do you know?
Well, it's 'cause I gave, incorrect information.
Yeah. No, I got it. I think you've done more than your share of, penance on this one.
Yeah, I did my education, I
Yeah,
know now.
yeah.
I wouldn't say pro.
All is forgiven.
I'd say intermittent. Anyways, so the people in Pullman decide, "Hey, we're gonna make the campus dry. No more alcohol."
Okay. I mean, that's the people in charge did that, and that's not like just the people of Pole.
Yeah, well, the people have voted.
This is
They
on the college campus?
correct, yeah, well, the Pullman, the town of Pullman and the college campus are basically the same thing.
Okay, so whoever's in charge of the college campus in Pullman decided
College got
it's what
seriously
illegal to buy alcohol
alcohol or have
anywhere?
yeah, you can't have alcohol on campus.
Oh, you can't have it.
No, dry.
How did that go?
Oh, not good. Well,
Wait, didn't we do prohibition in the 20s? That didn't work out so well.
right?
You
Yeah, well,
basically did a small version of
do that
prohibition.
in the college town, though.
Yeah.
So, you remember I was
So
telling you I was
so did you
working
have
at,
did you
I
have,
was
like,
working
little
in a
gangs running liquor?
yeah, yeah, so I was working in American Car Care at the time, right?
Right, yeah,
I
okay.
think I told you this the other day
Yeah.
in Pullman.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. This is not the same place where you saw the hippie chick.
No, this is, that was in Moscow.
That was
That was
yeah,
8
yeah.
miles away. And
That was a whole 8 miles
yeah,
away. Don't get that
yeah,
confused.
yeah,
That was across state lines. Okay.
yeah, yeah, different state.
So you're now working and living in Pullman.
No, just working
Just
there.
working in Pullman, different tire shop.
Yeah, actually, this was pre that. So you got all
So
that.
prior to the hippie,
Yes.
you had been working in Pullman.
Yeah, I hadn't been freaked out yet.
Got it. Okay.
So, my buddies, one of his, well, at the time I just had one buddy, but he played for WSU. He was a lineman.
Okay.
Big old motherfucker.
The Cougs.
Yeah, G off.
Okay. So he was on the team and
Yeah, yeah,
had
he
to
was
go
a
to all
lineman.
practices and shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So him and his buddy that played with him needed jobs. So I needed tire grunts, so I hired him.
Okay. To
And,
like haul tires around and shit.
Yeah, work in the
Yeah.
shop.
I
that
mean,
kind
hey,
of
they're
stuff.
big football
they
guys.
loved it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So they were working there, and of course, I was friends from G off back in high school. So we knew.
Isn't it Jeff?
Yeah,
Okay.
but if
Carry
you want
on.
me to call you Jeff, spell it normal. JEF.
like an American,
Yeah.
dummy.
However, I would never say that to him.
Yeah, because he's a big football
He's
guy.
a big motherfucker, dude.
Right.
So he's got to be what 6'4", and when he was playing 300
That's
somewhere
a
in there.
big
He's a big
motherfucker.
boy, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
6'3", somebody big dude. So anyways, he's like, "Hey, we're throwing a party on Frat Row tonight
Nice.
to protest this dry campus bullshit."
Hell yeah, we are.
Yeah, yeah. So, so you got Alphas. I don't know. I think that was his house. One of those.
Okay.
And
Yeah. The 3
there's
Greek letters. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. They got the whole fucking row of them down there, right? And this is honestly, dude, this is a massive party. It got way out of hand there. 'Cause
Was there alcohol?
we're all there from Idaho. All my
Yeah,
buddies,
yeah, yeah, you
right?
guys aren't
And
even in Pullman
this
from Pullman,
basic.
yeah.
Yeah, there had to be 2, three
So,
thousand people there.
probably quite a few other people from Moscow,
Everywhere.
right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, dude, it was both campuses.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's at least a couple thousand people there. Yeah.
Was there
Echo, how many people did they think there were at the, Pullman riot?
Though some estimates went as
Oh,
high as 2,000.
yeah, there you go. I would say a minimum of 2,000. Anyways, massive. Well, along the way yeah, I know, you're asking, "Alright, where the fuck is this story going?" Well, along the way, somebody gets really pissed off at the cop, one of the football players, and it wasn't my buddy, I don't think, or his friend.
why were the cops
Well, the cops are kinda dicks there, and
but were they just around, or were they, like, there to because you guys were doing something?
well, I don't they were probably talking about the bitch cop. There was a bitch cop there,
It
and
was at the party?
no, no, that worked in Pullman, and
Oh,
somebody probably got nailed by her and was pissed off or something, and they got all pissed off, and they called in a false accident at the house. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so the
So
police came in response to the accident.
yeah, and unfortunately, it was the bitch cop. Yeah. So bitch cop gets out, and she is fucking you know me, I love cops.
But she
This
came
lady, I dealt with her.
she was
She's a
she
bitch.
she was at the party to respond to this call.
Correct. Yeah, her and her
So
partner.
she showed up at the frat house,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And,
her and her partner.
yeah, and I don't know exactly what happened, an exchange happened, they got yelling at each other. Now, keep in mind, there's, like, 3 cops available in Pullman, Washington,
Yeah, right, it's probably not a huge station.
and they're standing in front of 2,000 people that are drunk, pissed off college kids because 'cause you're making the campus crowd. Yeah, so they're not real liked, right? Well, anyway, somehow, some way, one of these football players gets insulted and picks up a manhole cover and dings the male cop with it, which bing, right in the fucking head.
Oh, damn.
Full swing, knocks this fucking cop out,
Yeah,
dude.
that'd do it.
Yeah, my buddy Rob looks at me and he's like, "Dude, we're leaving right now."
We
Right?
gots to
Yeah, yeah,
go.
it's time to buzz, dude. So we drove back home and we're watching on the news live because, well, the riot started and college drunk kids, dude, it got bad. So they called in the SWAT team from
But
from.
you were able to get out of there
Oh
before it
yeah,
all
yeah,
got
yeah, yeah.
crazy. Yeah, yeah.
Well, like I said, Spokane is 45 minutes away. So they called in the SWAT team, but they have to drive from Spokane. So it took them like 30, 35 minutes to get there, right?
Right.
We were out of there quick. Once shit started going, shit got wild. They started breaking shit. It wasn't good. So the SWAT team shows up and we're watching on the news at the time. And this is like right when like handheld camcorders had been popular and famous, right?
Right. There's no phones. Right,
Remember
right.
when they got the 8 millimeter ones, the small ones you could hold, the palm ones?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So
But they
those were
weren't
real
digital. They
popular.
had like
Yeah, yeah.
little tiny cassettes.
Yeah, yeah. So all these fucking college kids, everybody has one now. And everybody's filming everybody doing bomb rips in the streets and
At the party?
yeah, yeah, and
Oh,
lighting
okay.
shit on fire, right? And then SWAT shows up. And now Pullman, Washington's a very hilly area. Everything's
It's
uphill or downhill.
hilly?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There is no flat ground anywhere. So, dude, these motherfuckers start loading dumpsters full of cardboard and trash and rolling them down the fucking hill at the fucking SWAT team, dude.
Hot damn.
Yeah, playing bowling with them. Yeah, it was great. I was very lucky and I got to experience that. So that's one story I have about the fleet. But this story, this is
That was really not the Palouse as much as just because the school's in that area.
uh this story, you're gonna love this, involves a Jimmy.
A person named Jimmy?
Yeah,
Gotta love Jimmy.
you like Jimmy's, right? So
Jimmy's the guy that'll always do it.
right, Jimmy can jump.
You need somebody to get that done? Hey,
Jimmy,
Jimmy, go try that.
Jimmy can do it.
Jimmy will try
Uh
it.
so yeah, so Jimmy, and that's how the story starts.
Okay.
My roommate and longtime friend of mine sitting on the couch smoking a bowl, and his name will be Jay. That's all we'll say there.
So that's not Jimmy.
It's the same Jay from the Volkswagen story back in Idaho, though.
But I'm
But
just saying this isn't the Jimmy.
Jimmy's Jimmy's a special kind. Jimmy's that friend you go to the bar with that you know you're gonna get into a fight by the time you get home.
As a Jimmy.
Yeah, and Jay's the same way if he gets too drunk. As
Right.
long as he doesn't get too drunk, you're all right.
All right.
Yeah,
You might
yeah.
avoid the
Yeah, yeah. Well, anyways, Jay and I are on the couch and we light up a bowl and we're smoking it. And keep in mind, this is Ida, so you have to be super quiet and
Oh, right.
everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You talk in code words,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Aussie tickets, that kind of
Sure.
stuff.
Sure.
Well, it's a felony, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
not good.
yeah. It was illegal everywhere, but not a felony.
Yeah. So, anyways, Jimmy comes busting through the back door. Everybody came in our house the back door. I don't know that I ever walked out the front door of our house or not.
Okay.
So everybody comes to the back door of it. It was right across you walk out the back door, which is basically a front door, and then right across the street were the fairgrounds. So it was a really cool house. Yeah.
Okay.
And so
So Jimmy comes through the door.
Jimmy come busting through the door and he's fucking like living high on a hog, dude. This guy's jumping. He's like, guess what, man?
He's excited.
Yeah, super excited. Yeah,
Okay.
just yelling. He's like, dude, I got on The Price is Right. And I gotta give Bob Barker high five, and I want a fucking fireplace. Can we borrow your Jeep to go get the fireplace?
Well, hot damn.
Sure, man. Yeah, we'll go get the fireplace.
Where did they do?
Well, in California, but they
That's
had
what I thought.
the fireplace shipped up to Lewiston, Idaho, about 30 miles south.
So he had been in California,
Correct.
where he did the show,
Yeah, yeah,
and then came home from his California trip,
yeah.
and they were like, "We'll just ship you your prize,"
Right.
but it didn't get shipped to his house.
Well, they don't ship to Moscow, I don't think. There's somewhat of a, I don't want to say port, some kind of a shipping dock level. It's a weird thing.
So he
anyway,
needs to go pick up his
he's got to
prize.
go get his fireplace. Yeah.
It's a genuine prize. I mean, what do you
Right.
think it could be?
And he's like,
Could be a bowling alley.
I'm the only person that has a big enough vehicle to go get that, right? So he's like,
Fair
dude,
enough.
take me down there. Let's pick it up. On the way back, we'll hit the plantation, which is a little hick bar on the way out on the outskirts of
Okay.
town.
Basically, we'll go out drinking.
Yeah, yeah. On the way back, and I'll pay you that for going.
Okay.
Sweet, let's
I'll treat you to some drink.
road trip. I'm like, yeah, grab the bowls, grab the beers, let's roll. Yeah. So we head down to Lewiston, pick up his fireplace. It was really smooth. Everything worked great. We come back, we stop in the plantation, and they were having happy hour. So
Those drinks are cheaper.
$1.50 pitchers.
Perfect.
Oh, dude, bad combination.
What?
$1.50 pitchers and us. Yeah.
I
So
thought you were talking about the fireplace.
yeah, and keep in mind, dude, this is like 11 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
But we-
wait, they're serving happy hour at 11 in the morning?
Probably why. Not a lot of people in there drinking.
Yeah, but
You can say
it's
plantation, dude.
a weird
$1.50
time of
pitchers.
day to do any. All right. All right.
Just a college.
All right. 11 o'clock. Let's get some dollar pictures.
Anyway, so we go in there and we get toasted. I mean, wrong. And the last
Off
thing,
a beer, no less.
yeah, the last thing I remember was Jimmy looking at some guy across the pool table going, "What the fuck you say?" And he reached out and he bitch slapped him, dude. What? So the guy gets
Because
all,
of something he said, apparently.
well, apparently, yeah, I was standing there. I don't know that I heard anything, but it's
Hey,
Jimmy, right? So I tell the guy,
Jimmy.
like, dude, this guy's just looking for a fight. You just walk away, bro, right?
Jimmy.
Yeah, I talk him off the cliff. And as far as I know, then no fight happened.
Okay.
At that point, I was really drunk. So I was like, hey, Jay, I'm heading out to my Jeep. I'm going to go pass out.
Time.
Yeah. Well, I have a big Grand Cherokee. It's a big, comfy seat.
Nice.
So sometime later, I don't know, it was still daylight.
Sure. I mean, well, you started at 11.
Yeah. Jay pops his head in the window of my Jeep. Hey, Jason, where's your keys? Nope, not driving, dude. I'm fucking wasted. You guys been drinking way longer than me. He's like, fuck you, give me your keys, I'll drive. I'm like, all right, your ticket, bro. And he's like, okay. So now keep in mind, like I said, this story took 6 months to put back together because we really didn't know about
Oh, yeah.
it. And we'll get there. It's kind of got that Fight Club kind of cliffhanger.
Sure.
So the next morning, I wake up. I am hungover. I mean, really hungover. Best cure for a hangover. So I wake up, I fucking fire that up, and right as I fire it up, I hear on the back door. I look over and there's a fucking cop standing in my back window looking at me. I'm like, oh I reached down real slow and I tucked my pipe into the little side
I'm
of the
not
couch cushion.
smoking
Right?
anything,
Yeah, yeah.
officer.
Well, lucky I didn't mind it, dude. I was
Yeah,
just getting ready
otherwise it'd have been
to. Yeah, it
smelly,
would have
yeah.
been real bad. So I go to the back there and he goes, "Is this your Jeep?" And I'm like, and I noticed my Jeep is parked at a 45-degree angle in the backyard.
Okay,
Yeah,
but it is on your property.
it is.
Oh, okay, at least you got that going for you.
Yeah. I'm like, "Well, yeah, it's my Jeep." He's like, "There's been some reports from McDonald's that there was a black Jeep that ripped up the whole front landscaping of their place
Mm,
and closed down the drive-through." I'm like, "Well, I don't have a black Jeep. I have a blue Jeep." He's
so
like,
there,
"Yeah, but it's a pretty dark blue Jeep."
so there.
He's like, "Do you mind if we take a look?" I'm like, "No, go ahead." We walk out there in the yard, right? We're walking around and he reaches down into my front bumper with he's got a little pocket knife.
Yeah, yeah.
And he pulls out this piece of bark behind the rubber
Uh-huh.
on my bumper.
Huh.
And he's like, "This looks like a piece of tree." I was like, "Well, yeah, I told you we're up camping, man." I was like, "What do you think we do when we go up camping? We're guys with four-wheel drives, man.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
chunks of trees everywhere in my truck."
yeah,
In the
exactly.
back of my mind, I'm thinking, "Oh, motherfucker, why is
Did
there a tree in my fucking
did
bumper?"
I do this?
Yeah, yeah, right? And so I got no idea what happened. And
Right.
so here I'm talking to this cop. He's like, "Okay, well, I don't know. This sure looks like a black Jeep." I'm like, "I assure you, sir, this does not look like a black Jeep. This is a dark blue Jeep. I wasn't there. I was up Moscow Mountain. Piss off. I'm going back." And so he leaves. So I walk right into Justin's room. I'm like, "Jakey, get the fuck up." He's like, "Dude, get the fuck out of okay. Oh, that's that side up. Jay says, "God damn it, get the fuck up." Right? I'm
Right.
pissed off. And so he gets up and they go to the living room and he's like, "What's going on, man? Goddamn, I'm fucking dude." Because I was just in the fucking backyard dealing with the fucking cops, dude. Why the fuck? What the fuck happened?
What did we do?
He's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa." He's like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Exactly, dude. What the fuck happened last night?" And so about that time, and I forget the other neighbor's kid, really good. They were friends of ours over there. It was Tom and I don't remember now. Anyways,
Some other guy?
good guys. In fact, he worked at the lumber mill.
Okay.
The other guy.
Yeah.
I want to say Rick.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Nobody else
uh,
knows.
they come over and they're like, "Holy shit, dude, are you guys all right?" And we're like, "I have no fucking idea." He's like, "Well, all I know is we got home from Hagen last night, and Justin was Jay
Jay.
was hanging out the door. The engine was running, but it was in neutral." He's like, "You were outside the passenger side door, passed out on the lawn, and your buddy Jimmy was around the corner, passed out on the side of the house."
Huh.
Yeah. So, so I'm like, "Huh?" He's like, "Yeah. So we at least got you guys, in the house, and we shut your truck off and closed your Jeep up. Here's your keys, right?" God, thanks, man. I appreciate that, right? So we're like, "What the fuck happened, man?" I was like, "I don't know, but the cop said apparently there was a black Jeep in front of McDonald's that ripped all the landscape out." And I'm like, "Okay." And secondly, I think we got to pause for just a second so I can explain Hagen, because that's what they were doing.
Hagen
You
with,
know what Hagen is?
something to do with pig.
Apparently, these guys, they like to go out hogging and they'd put 50 bucks each in a hat. And they had some friends that do it too.
Alright.
And then they go out and see who can get the nastiest broad there is. Bring a home
Oh,
banger, and the person with the best evidence wins.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Different story, different time on that
Yeah,
one, but
maybe.
baby, you should have seen some of the stuff come out of that house. One-tooth Indian chick that weighed about 300, about 5'4". That was it looked like a walking Oompa Loompa. It was really, it was anyways.
That doesn't sound like nearly as cool a story.
So that's called hogging, right? That's what they were doing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm like, "Well, hey, look, no, I know this much. The cop said a black Jeep ripped up McDonald's, which in McDonald's was about 3 blocks from our house, not far at all."
Sure.
And I was like, "Well, let's go fucking check it out." And we're taking your Subaru, right? And so we load up, we head over to McDonald's and the drive-through, the sprinkler system sitting in the drive-through. Yeah, there's a 20-foot tree laying down through the other side of the parking lot. There's 2 14-inch wide ruts all the way through the front of it. And I start thinking back and now that I'm seeing it, I'm getting flashbacks. And I'm like, I know what happened here. Well, my Jeep.
This wasn't
Hmm. It's a cool Jeep. It's one of 500, and that was really cool until you get a worn out part that's one of 500.
yeah, and then you gotta go buy it.
Yeah, can't find it. So
Yeah.
my shifter knob had worn down over time, and if you pushed it too hard, it gets stuck in second gear.
Mm.
Luckily, I'm a mechanic, not a big deal. I go down, I pop the brass wing off, I get in there with a screwdriver, give her a hum, right?
Right.
Get her back into neutral, and then all's good again. As long as you know what you're doing, everything's good and grand.
Sure.
Well, if you reverse back, you'll remember Justin sticking his head through the window saying, "I want to drive, I want your keys."
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, apparently, and we're not quite sure on this situation, but I think what happened was we were in line waiting for food because Jimmy was hungry, right? And apparently the line was taking entirely fucking too long.
Sure. I mean,
Not
as McDonald's lines often will.
correct. Yeah. Now my Jeep, it was a special edition, like I said. So it
Yeah.
had a 401 interceptor. What that
Okay.
means is it had about just shy of 400 horsepower.
Lots of power.
Yeah. And a standard transmission. So Jay dumps the clutch and nails it. And the back tires break free, and we kinda drift through the parking lot or the drive-through.
Are there cars in line?
Yeah, but we went down the side of it,
Oh, okay.
and then it grabs, and it shoves him forward right in the middle of the landscape, and it stops when he hits the tree.
Sure. Sure it
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
Yeah. So and I remember this because the one thing that triggered my memory is I remember waking up because Justin's yelling at me, going, Jace, Jace, what the fuck do I do, man? What the fuck do I do? Your truck's stuck in second gear again,
Stuck,
man. It's
man.
stuck." And I'm like, "What's going on?" And I look down and there's this little girl looking at me through the window eating a hamburger.
Hey.
At the time, I didn't even think about it, but thinking back on it, I'm like, how odd would that be? Anyways, so
I wondered, the heck
I'm
did I
like,
get
"You're not gonna be able to figure it out, just I'll do it later." And he's like, "Dude, we're in front of McDonald's right now. I'm sure the cops are fucking on the way and we need to go." I'm like, "Well, then just go. It's in second gear. It's fine. Go." He's like, "There's a tree in front of me." So he's apparently I said, "Well, just mow the fucker over." Yeah, yeah.
do what you
So
gotta
he lights
do?
it up, dude, and dude, right over a 20-foot tree. This thing's probably 5 inches round.
Damn.
Just fucking flattens it.
Alright.
The back tires dug in, they dig the sprinkler system out, they throw it into the middle of the fucking driveway.
Right?
He comes home, can't drive anymore, he fucking parks my Jeep at a
Just
45-degree angle in the fucking yard.
where he finished.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and luckily he got out of the driver's side door to puke, and when he's puked, his foot, and I shit you not, his shoelaces got stuck on my clutch pedal,
Oh,
and that's why he slept there that night.
that's okay.
Yeah, yeah, he couldn't get out. Tom had to untie him from the clutch pedal.
But at least he had put it in park.
Yeah, it's Jeff. Jeff was his name. Tom and Jeff. That's
Ah,
right.
there
Yeah,
you go,
because it
yeah.
wasn't Jerry. It was Tom and Jeff.
Tom and
Yeah,
Jerry.
yeah, good. Tom and Jeff. So yeah, so that was one of dude, and like I said, 6 months to remember that whole story and get all the
Oh, yeah,
pieces.
to figure it all out,
Oh,
yeah, and
you
put all
hear
the
little
pieces
pieces
together.
here and there. Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah. But I'll never forget having to talk to that cop and him reaching down and pulling that bark out of the front of my bumper. Man, I was glad I was quick at that point. Yeah, yeah. I was like, oh shit. I told you I was fucking camping.
I was camping, camping. Yeah, yeah, camping.
Okay. Well, I think that's a good time to take a little break. I
Alright,
need to smoke, and well, I
let's take a
think
break.
we've talked enough about the Palouse.
I feel much more educated about the Palouse than I ever needed to be.
Yes, now you know it's a geographical area and
Geographic
beautiful.
area.
I'll let you know, one of the most beautiful places you've ever been.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
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 sounds like it.
absolutely gorgeous.
Maybe I'll go check it out someday.
All right, bro. All right, we're gonna go
We're gonna take a
take a
little
break,
break.
and we'll be right back.